Hi, welcome back to Bad DVD Games. They think it's all over? It is now, as in that famous quote from the commentator Kenneth Wolstenholme on the 1966 World Cup final between England and Germany, when Jeff first scored that final goal and won the World Cup. And they haven't done that since. They got to the final of the Euros, but messed it up anyway. You know, this isn't about that. This is about another DVD game, which is based, for those of you old enough will remember, this was a sports quiz show. Like a question of sport, except it was comedy oriented, whereas the question of sports is a more serious one. So you saw there Nick Hancock and Rory McGrath. It also had Gary Lineker as a team captain and David Gower, who was a cricketer, and there were others as well. I think it probably finished about 20 years ago now. So if we play the game, I mean, this claims to be the fastest, funniest DVD sports quiz ever. We'll soon find out. So you get to choose, these are the team captains of the past. So you could be on David Gower's team, Gary Lineker's team, Ian Wright's team, or Boris Becker's team. That's Boris Becker, not Boris Johnson. So yeah, I wouldn't want to be on Boris Johnson's team, but I'm going to be on Gary Lineker's team. And you've got to play a minimum of 2 teams, so team 2 can be on. He can be on Boris's team. So here we go. We get a selection of 12 games. So rather than just, having a random selection of questions and risk there being repeated ones each time you play, this one has just 12 fixed games instead. So once you finish one game, you move on to the next. There's no repeated questions. I think more of these DVD games should have followed that format. It's a shame more than didn't. I mean, yeah, once you've been through all 12, you've got to go through them all again. But I mean, maybe if they just included a few more, that would have been nice. But I think this is a better system, really. And so I haven't played this before, though, so I'm going to go straight to game 1. Round 1, celebrations of the teams.
With celebrations and excuses.
Here's Nick Hancock. Answer incorrectly, and the opposing team, i.e. me, will have the chance to steal a point. Perish the falls.
Gary's team, this question's for you.
Okay, so let's get on with the game. What reason did the Sri Lankan cricket team give for their defeat against Pakistan in the 2001 Champions Trophy final? My God. I don't even watch cricket, let alone cricket from 23 years ago. So, their clothes were too small and tight, restricting movement or mobility. Constant sledging of the batsman by the Pakistan team. Or this person was caught for throwing and not allowed to bowl. I'm not even going to try and pronounce that name. The clothes were too small and tight.
Yes, that's right.
Yes.
Well done.
Haboom. Thank you, Rory.
The Sri Lankans blamed their defeat on their clothing and said they couldn't move quickly enough because their kit was too tight. Never bothered Linford Christie, did it?
What's their problem? I've been bulging out my clothes for ages.
Yeah, you get very witty...
this question's for you, Boris's team.
Very witty comments there from Nick and Rory. Don't know why they couldn't get the others to take part, but anyway.
Karate makes it 2.
It's Man City. It's all going well for them at the moment, isn't it? So what's the reason behind that celebration? Jerry Barter was going to be knighted the following Sunday. Both players had found themselves always using the corner flag as part of their goal celebrations. Or good behaviour is always rewarded at Manchester City, and Jerry Barter was long overdue his acknowledgement. Wasn't Jerry Barter knighted?
That's about as correct as Ronaldinho's...
Of course he bloody wasn't. It's probably the corner flag one.
Over to you, Gary's team.
I'm going to go for the corner flag one. Yes.
Yes, correct.
Jerry Barty knighted, my God.
Using the corner flag as a prop for various goal celebrations had become a running joke for Man City's Joey Barton and Bernardo Corradi. And ending with this knighting. Joey Barton was said to be thrilled and later said that the Queen was taller than he expected.
So I think there's 8 rounds in total. That's the end of round 1.
Gary's team is standing all on its own up front. Well done, Gary.
Come on, feel free to move on anytime.
Boris's team seems comfortable plodding along behind the lead. We're just happy to be here, aren't we?
Oh, I'm very happy to be here. Can't tell you. So moving on to round 2, Sporting Bluff.
Next up, it's Sporting Bluff, in which both teams will be given 3 statements about a sportsperson and have to guess which one is true.
Oh, yeah.
So, for example, you might see A, an astronaut, B, imaginary, or C, hopeless and ugly, in a question we might use for Peter Reid.
Peter Reid, yeah.
Over to you, Gary's team.
So over to Gary's team, oh, that's me again, isn't it? Fill in a blank. Sometimes you want to crack open the champagne, and sometimes you want to turn your bedroom into a den and hide it. Run down the tunnel with your shirt off. Kick the dog. Paul Ince. Did he want to kick the dog? Yes, he did.
That's correct. Loving your work.
It sounded the funniest, so I just went for that. Peter Alice. Complete the statements from golfing legend Peter Alice. He used to be fairly indecisive, but now he's not so sure. He's too decisive, he's given up. No, it's not so sure. I know that one.
Yeah, correct. Well done.
I used to be indecisive, but now I'm not so sure. Brilliant.
Boris's team, over to you.
I thought they were quite easy. Oh, God. Which one of these statements did John Motson actually make? There are no more fish left in this sea, just sharks, and they look hungry. In a sense, it's a one-man show, except there are 2 men involved, Hartson and Berkovic, and a 3rd man, the goalkeeper. 1, he's a great passer of the ball. B, he's got tremendous pace. And thirdly, he's all heart. I'm thinking A or B. I'm going to say B. Boom!
Correct. Nice work.
That did definitely sound like something Motti used to say. In this sheepskin coat. Des Lydon, complete the statements. More football later, but first, let's see. That's got to be an insult against another team, hasn't it? Let's see who likes being tickled by my moustache. Let's see some monkey tennis. Let's see the goals from the Scottish Cup final. It's got to be that one. It's got to be that one.
Yes, that's right.
Although the monkey tennis one was funny. That's Alan Partridge. So that's the end of round 2. Still 6 rounds to go.
Gary's team is standing all on its own up front. Well done, Gary.
It also makes sense that it's 1 point for each correct answer.
Boris's team seems comfortable plodding along behind the lead. We're just happy to be here, aren't we?
So moving on to round 3, which is Photo Fit.
Moving swiftly on to Photo Fit. Here we'll show you a picture of 3 sports people merged into one. Simply tell us which 3 people they are. They're not all Celine Dion, in case you were wondering, but it is...
I was wondering, actually. I'm so pissed off it's not Celine Dion. Select the 3 names you think make up the Photo Fit to score the points. I don't think this is going to go very well.
Gary's team, this question's for you.
But we'll see.
Is that
God.
Peter Beardsley's better-looking brother?
Jeremy Guscott, Jimmy Hill, JJ, Okocha, Matt Skelton, Danny Williams, Tony Adams. Jeremy Guscott.
Yes, correct.
Oh, he's there. Yeah, that's his head. I don't think Jimmy Hill's there. JJ Okocha.
No, that's just plain wrong.
Oh, well, I got the top of it. I got the hair right. Jeremy Guscott, Danny Williams and Tony Adams. Yeah, Arsenal legend. Jeremy Guscott played rugby. I don't know Danny Williams.
This question's for you, Boris's team.
What have we got next?
I always
Peter
think
Crouch,
Frankie the
Roy
Toilet Spectre
McGrath,
in
Barry
the parish.
McGuigan, Dennis Bergkamp, Ron Atkinson, Jimmy Hill. I'm sure that's Roy McGrath's eyes. And Peter Crouch's... That's Peter Crouch's hair, Roy McGrath's eyes, and Jimmy Hill's mouth. I'm sure of it.
Correct. Nice work.
I'm sure that's Jimmy Hill's mouth if ever I saw it. Roy McGrath.
Correct. Nice work.
And Jimmy Hill.
Correct. Nice work.
Nice work. Oh, got all three there. Peter Crouch
Well
looking
done.
very
Good
youthful.
answer.
So that's that round over.
Gary's team is standing all on its own up front. Here we go, Gary.
Very colourful drop. Is that Frankie Dettori?
Boris's team seems comfortable plodding along behind the lead. We're just happy to be here. aren't we?
Yes, of course. The English team always back in the day, used to mess up on the relay. Remember that? So, round 4, injury
Okay, let's
board.
move on to injury board. We'll show each team a sports person alongside 3 images of objects or people. Just tell us what or who caused the injury.
Very interesting. Answering correctly and the opposing team will have the chance to steal a point.
This question's for you, Gary's team.
This question's for me, Gary's team, and later for me, Boris's team. Welsh footballer Darren Bernard was injured by which of these? A tap, an exercise bike, or a dog on a stepladder? A dog on a stepladder. Oh, it's right.
Good answer. Well played.
What, the dog pulled it down with its teeth? What happened here?
Welsh footballer Darren Bernard slipped in a puddle of dog urine, causing himself severe ligament damage and soaking himself from head to toe. Apparently his missus didn't mind though, because at least it washed away that familiar smell of defeat.
Oh, that's brilliant.
This question's
He
for
slipped
you,
in
Boris's
dog
team.
piss. Oh, what have we got this time? What caused injury to Chelsea goalkeeper Carlo Cudicini? Some giant guitar, a dog in a mirror, or some biscuits? Well, it probably involves a dog again, doesn't it? Oh my God, it does. What's
Yes,
this?
that's right. Well done.
Chelsea goalkeeper Carlo Cudicini was walking his dog and suffered a knee twinge. It was alleged that he tripped over Darren Barnard, who was clutching his knee and lying in a pool of piss.
It was related then.
Let's cast a quick eye over the half-time scores.
Oh yeah, that's halfway for the game. I'm doing quite well.
Gary's team is standing all on its own up front. Here we go, Gary.
England.
Boris's team
Well, we're
seems
only another
comfortable
2 years
plodding
to the
along
World
behind
Cup
the
again,
lead.
so we get another chance to mess it up.
Yeah.
5-4. Now we go on to round 5, which is author.
Time for a bit of author, in which the teams will hear a quote and have to do one of the following. Either complete it, guess which sports person said it, or choose the real quote from the multiple choice options.
Okay. That was a nice scary face he pulled there.
Over to you.
I get a feeling he's
Gary's
trying to
team.
tell me something. Complete the quotes from Rugby World Cup winner Jason Leonard. My most abiding memory of the first 2 Six Nations games were seeing the Princess Royal's face when she pulled a really nasty monster's face using her fingers. She heard me break wind. She spotted me in the lineup. She was amazed that I was still playing. I'd like to say she heard me break wind, but I have a feeling it's this one. She was amazed I was still playing.
Yes, correct.
Yes, it was right. That's Jason Leonard. Finish Gazza's quote. I was about to start smashing all his windows when David Seaman and Paul Ince burst in and managed to restrain me. Then they called the doctor, who gave me a pint of lager, a Valium tablet to quieten me down, a smack in the teeth and told me to go to bed. A Valium tablet?
That's correct.
I mean, it wasn't the other 2, was it? What doctor prescribes a pint of lager? I mean, my God,
Boris's team, over to you.
I'd kill for a doctor like that. What did Giggsy say? Ryan Giggs. A few of us rushed across to protect him. That didn't really help, but Rude had been on his own. Lauren and Parlow were pushing him and shoving him. Even if I stepped in, what could I have done? Look at the size of me. I didn't get involved though. I've never been the fighting type. And I barged into Lauren to keep him out the way. That one. Yes!
Yes, correct. Well done.
Nice one. I can't believe how many of these I'm getting right. What did the England striker Michael Owen say? You hear so many... Oh, Michael Owen's got so many hilarious quotes. You hear so many excuses. My ankle is hurting or my boots are too small. We've had a new baby and I haven't been getting any sleep is one that springs to mind. I ran too much for the bell in the first half, boss. Do you mind me taking me off at half time? Didn't he say something like the losing team? I can't remember. I might put in the description or something. He has said some funny things. Google him. Is it that one?
No.
We've had a new baby and I haven't slept. I haven't been getting any sleep is one that springs to mind. I can't think of one of his funny quotes. That's.
Gary's team is standing all on its own up front. Well done, Gary.
Well, never mind. What does matter is I've got 7 points. And however many points Boris has got, 5.
Boris's team seems
12 points
plodding
altogether.
along behind the lead. We're just happy to be here, aren't we?
So 3 rounds to go. Feel the Sportsman.
Some good news and bad news for you now.
Yeah,
Good
can't
news,
actually-
we do have a Feel the Sportsman round. Bad news, and this is a DVD game, so feeling an actual sportsman is just pipe dreams.
Can't
so
say I'm
instead,
gutted
we'll
on it.
show you a silhouette of a sports person, and you tell us who it is.
Oh, sounds so simple.
This question's for you, Gary's team.
Who's the mystery sportsman? Fred, Archer, Frankie Dettori, Eddie, Arcaro. It's on a racetrack, isn't it? I'm going to say Frankie Dettori. Is it? Yes, it is. Who needs Michael Owen
that's right.
quotes when you can jump for joy like that?
This question's for you, Boris's team.
Who's the mystery sportsman? Jurgen Klinsmann, Yossi Benayoun, Ruud van Nistelrooy. Klinsmann, legend. Yeah, I could tell that. Her. Definitely Jurgen Klinsmann.
Perfect. Well done.
Not that other Jurgen. So, is that the end of round 6?
Gary's team is standing all on its own up front. Well done, Gary.
Yeah, I strongly advise Googling Michael Owen quotes. And
Boris's
I'm
team
going to
seems
do it after
confident,
this.
plodding along behind the lead.
I just can't think of any at the top of my head. Round 7, handbags.
Time for handbags now. Here both teams will be shown 2 separate sports people who've had a dispute in the past. Simply tell us the reason for the rift.
Answer incorrectly and the opposing team will have the chance to steal a point again.
Over to you, Gary's team.
Now, what have you got for me this time? What was the reason for the fallout between snooker legends Ronnie O'Sullivan and Stephen Hendry? O'Sullivan made remarks about Hendry in his autobiography ahead of a big game. O'Sullivan tried to put Hendry off when he pushed his cue on purpose, just as he was lining up a crucial shot. Hendry had spiked O'Sullivan's water with laxatives during the semi-final of the UK Championships. I think he'd have gone to all sorts of trouble for that. I'm going to say A. Haboom.
Well done. Good answer.
Ronnie O'Sullivan, probably the game's biggest star, made some uncomplimentary remarks in his autobiography and promised to send Stephen Hendry back to his sad little life ahead of a crucible clash. As a mark of revenge, Stephen Hendry broke into O'Sullivan's house, stopped Star Trek from recording and defrosted all his microwave lasagnas.
That'll teach him, won't it? No more
Boris's
microwave
team, over to you.
lasagnas for you, Ronnie. For what reason did football managers Arsene Wenger and Alan Pardew fall out? Alan Pardew exaggerated the celebration. Wenger felt it was aimed at him. A touchline tussle ensued. Alan Pardew had offended Wenger in a pre-match press conference, saying that Arsenal's football was all long ball and very defensive. Arsene Wenger was caught spying on the West Ham team training. I'm thinking B sounds the most sensible.
Yes, that's not right at all.
Oh, you had me going there. It must be A then. The touchline tussle one.
Over to you, Gary's team.
Yeah. Yeah.
Good answer, well played.
I used to go out the second time round.
After West Ham sneaked a late 1-0 win against Arsenal, the Hammers manager Alan Pardew went over the top in his celebrations. Wenger took offence, shoved Pardew and refused to shake his hand at the end of the game. When questioned, Pardew was keen to apologise for any misunderstanding, whereas Wenger claims he never saw the incident in the first place.
Yeah, I think it's fair to say this is a funny DVD sports quiz. It's certainly
Gary's team is
more entertaining than a question of sport, which I reviewed a few episodes ago. So feel free to check that out at any time if you're bored and want to be,
team seems comfortable plodding
more
along
bored.
behind the lead. We're just happy to be here, aren't we?
So I believe that leaves one more round. Round 8, the name game. Oh yeah, I remember in.
So let's finish up
used to have
with
to
the name
describe
game.
a person, and
Each team will have 50 seconds,
it's
10
the same
seconds
sort of
per
thing.
name, to correctly identify as many sports people as they can from Rory's clues.
Oh,
You
Rory's
won't
gonna
need
read
your
the
remote
clues.
control while your team is guessing. Instead, you need to shout out your answers. But to get the point, you must correctly say the name before it appears on screen. And when your time's up, you'll have to use your remote control to input how many you got right.
So this
We'll need some serious
this is
adjudication from the team not
relying
answering,
on honesty
so
one.
preferably not from anybody related to the Italian Football League.
Aha. So this relies on honesty then. So it doesn't really matter, does it?
Over to you, Gary's team.
Scottish female presenter. First name, a sort of nut that squirrels like. Filbert.
Hazel Irvine.
Second name, a town in Scotland. Same as Derry, the former Lord Chancellor.
It's Hazel Irvine. Yeah, I got that one.
Rangers manager.
That's one.
First name, something the softy, enemy of Dennis the Menace. Second name, a type of Yorkshire bitter. John. It's the
Tennant.
commonest name. It's the name everyone uses when they go to hotels.
No,
American
I
footballer.
didn't get that one.
First name, a landlocked Central African country, or something Valley, the company that used to make kids' toys. Second name,
Chad
would
Valley.
kill lots of things.
Chad.
TV presenter.
I'll give myself
daughter of
Chad.
famous golfer dad Bernard, possibly married to a rugby player. You may have seen her bloopers. They're well worth a look, I can tell you.
Kirsty Gallagher.
Swedish woman golfer. First name as in challenge.
Annika. Annika.
First part of second name, manufacturer of the rings in Lord of the Rings. Second part, Yap something, play for Man U, fell out with Fergie, but then.
That. Do first names count? Well, it doesn't matter, does it? 3 points.
Boris's team, over to you.
Quite difficult, that one.
Personally, I think your chances of pulling this back are slimmer than seeing Victoria Beckham in a bookshop. But good luck, nonetheless.
Show jumper, member of the royal family.
Princess Anne.
Goes out with the rugby player Mike Tyndall.
Oh, Zara Phillips.
Has a stud in her tongue.
Zara Phillips.
Okay, footballer, second name Pink Fish. You get tinned or smoked.
Salmon.
First name of Pretty Village in Suffolk. The first part of it, something Smith from Smith and Jones. Second part of it's a make of car, very common make of car.
Melford Salmon.
Played for Chelsea and AC Milan. Managed Newcastle. Dreadlocked football. Invented the term sexy footballer. Sexy football. First name a word that sounds a bit naughty, a bit risky, a bit risque, a bit.
Rude Gullet.
British motor racing champion. Moustache, boring from the Midlands.
Nigel Mansell.
He was a special constable. Well, that's what they called him.
Yes.
Ex-Arsenal forward, wore the number 14 shirt, has gone to Barcelona. Vavavoom.
Henry, Thierry Henry. Oh, yes. And I got 3 that time. Oh, that's, is that Kalina, the famous referee?
Okay.
Well, that's not the question anyway.
That was the
So there
final
we go.
round, and therefore there's nothing else to
It's
do
the end of the
except
game.
to have a look at the final scores.
As Michael Owen said, the winning team did better because they scored the most
Congratulations,
goals.
Gary's team. You're the winner.
They are about that kind of calibre. So Gary's team win with 13 points.
German efficiency hasn't really helped, has it, Boris's team?
You failed in your weightlifting views. I can't even say weightlifting. And that's it.
My thanks to you at home and, of course, to Rory. My name's Nick Hancock. I think it's all over. It is now.
And there we go. That brings us to the end of another bad DVD game. Although not too bad. It is quite funny. You can probably, again, you can go and see extra £1 or something like that, or on eBay. But that, my friends, is the end of another bad DVD game video. They think it's all over. It is now.